to go inside Jervey Gymnasium. First serve coming up, and we are underway for ACC Volleyball. First attack on the outside, connects for Mia McGrath, who's known as the heartbeat of this Clemson team.
And McGrath, that tempo set to the pin allows her to beat the block. Nice big approach, and she's so crafty mixing up her shots.
Clemson wants to get on the early momentum. They took set 1 against Wake Forest Friday, but couldn't connect that through sets 2 through 4. Outside attack, Ava Brazard gets the Wolfpack on the board. Head coach Lucas LeBay was very straightforward when talked about the production from his team. He said, we have to get better.
And it starts with Ava Brazard. Fierce competitor. He wants to see her have more consistency in these big ACC matches.
Catherine Santa set on the near side. Nea Maria Joki gets the kill. Joki, a true freshman from Finland, getting the kill.
And Clemson doing a nice job so far, mixing the sets around to both pins. Joki, just a freshman, tooling off the hands of that NC State block.
Joki averaging just above 2 kills a set, had 10 in the loss to Wake Forest on Friday. Joki on the serve. Kept on the Wolfpack side, and Brazard once again. Head coach Lucas LeBay talked about how the offense has really gone through Amanda Rice, but he said other players have to step up.
But this is just a great set from Cabello out to Brazard. Tempo set, quick set to the pin. A lot of strength to get it all the way to that sideline, and Brazard has a one-on-one block, able to just tee off.
And you see Coach LeBay having word with Brazard. Serve by Sydney Daniels. Near side tip by Kate Hansen, and Hansen gets that one through. Hansen has really been a key piece of the Tigers' offense after spending her first season at Texas Tech.
Kate Hansen, known more as a defensive middle, but a great decision here. Double block is up. She goes to the off-speed tip, able to find the space behind that double block.
Cabello, the set and the attack connects. And there's Courtney Bryant, the junior outside. How about the additional players stepping up here for NC State to start?
Courtney Bryant was one of the players that Coach LeBay identified has to, in the biggest of ACC matches, she has to show up more. Had a breakout year last year and has the capability of being that go-to outside for the pack.
Asia Daly blocked, still in play. Bump set by Taylor, and Daly connects the second time.
Daly just does such a nice job reading that block, cuts that ball a little bit more inside on the recycled ball going off the fingertips of Jada Allen.
Coach Keir has talked about how happy she's been for Daly, really stepping up her performances. Recently had a 30-kill match against Georgia Tech a few weeks ago.
Daly had undergone 2 knee surgeries in her career, as we see Amanda Rice there on that right side, the go-to player for the Wolfpack.
Back and forth to start here in set 1, knotted up at 4. Here is Rice on the serve.
Tough serve.
Daly blocked, and some miscommunication, a collision between Sant and Taylor, point pack.
And that right side block of Cabello and Jade Allen putting up an absolute wall at the net. Just set up a little bit more inside to take away that cross-court angle of Asia Daly.
Off the tape. Sant to Daly. Point Tigers.
Indigo Young, I've been so impressed with her as a middle. Transferred in from Charleston Southern, and she is a high flyer. You have to set a high ball for her as a middle. It's taking some getting used to for Catherine Sam, but so tough to defend because of how high she touches.
Correction, Young there on the kill for the Tigers, the graduate transfer from Charleston Southern. Served by Sant. From the middle, no luck on the attack from the Wolfpack. Near side, Joki popped up. And the attack connects. Sydney Daniels getting that one through. Daniels not known for her attacking, but gets that one to go.
Just taking that transition ball. Great job going to the off-speed look, catching that Clemson defense off guard.
Or rather, it was Daniels on the attack and set up for Brazard. Young Ties it at 6. I mean, how about this back and forth start we're seeing in set 1?
And that play, Young didn't even quite hit it properly. A little bit of a too low of a set for her, but still manages to score the point. Such great hang time. She can touch 10-5.
Set by Kate Peterson. Outside attack, no good from the pack. McGrath blocked. And how about the response? Jada Allen getting involved in the mix defensively.
Madison Williams and Jada Allen doing work right now on that right side, putting up an absolute wall. Look at all the space they're taking up, and watch those hands, how far they are pressed over the net.
Just goes to the coaching from head coach Lucas LeBay on how he needed his team to get better, and now you're starting to see the pack create some separation. I mean, Lucas LeBay said straight up, we didn't show up against Georgia Tech, and it was a disappointing loss on Friday.
And what he said is that our serving was on point, our passing was on point. We just did not kill balls in one-on-one situations in system. Serving tough, though, so far.
Taylor sets up McGrath. Dig in the back row. From the middle.
Great dig.
Great save. Free ball. Peterson to Sophie Groom on the kill. And now a 3-point lead for the Wolfpack.
I love what Sophie Groom has brought to this Wolfpack roster. Feeding her in transition, and she's another high flyer in the middle. Moves super well laterally. Gives this Wolfpack offense a lot of dynamic. Yes.
Violation gives a point to NC State. Groom in her first season with the pack. In her first 2 collegiate years at Stetson. So let's see what happened here.
I believe they might have said that Clemson was out of rotation. Some question over it.
A 4-0 run for NC State. Yoki pokes. Good deflection on the far side. No luck to push by McGrath. Groom didn't get enough of it, and that snaps the run.
Yeah, just a misconnection there between Kate Peterson and Sophie Groom as that set really tight to the net, and Groom mistimed her jump.
We welcome everybody in who just watched the conclusion of ACC field hockey between Boston College and North Carolina. 10-7 start for the Wolfpack. Make it 11-7, and now Clemson in a bit of a drought.
Ava Brazzardo doing a nice job tooling off the hands of that Clemson block. She is an undersized attacker, but uses her craftiness and those hands of opposing blockers so well.
11-7 Wolfpack inside the newly renovated Jervey Gymnasium on the campus of Clemson. Yoki tools that one through, and now Clemson finding some momentum. Second kill for Yoki.
Yoki has really come in and given this Clemson offense a nice lift the past 2 matches. Started the season on the right side as a starter, but then gave way to Mia Moore, but has re-earned that starting spot.
Head coach Jackie Simpson-Keir said that Yoki has really been challenged going into conference play. It's a nice challenge in a competitive conference. No luck on the attack by Brazzard. McGrath, no, saved by Bryant. Outside, Rice, no, what defense. The joust, and it's won by the setter, Sant.
And that all started, though, because of the defense of Nea Maria Yoki. Look at that, up from her, then that leads to the joust at the net. Great job battling, and the setter. I always like the setter on those jousts, the strong hands.
Not just for setting defense, it can also cause some misdirection plays attacking-wise. Bump set Brazzard. The dig from Yoki in the back. McGrath, no luck there. Groom, oh, Taylor kept it up, but the point goes to NC State.
NC State's doing a nice job right now in transition of activating their middles. And Sophie Groom works so hard to be available one-on-one block. And a nice job by Clemson trying to hustle this ball down. Yoki doing work right now defensively.
Well, it's that defensive effort is why Clemson leads the ACC at 16.5 digs per set. Off the tape and an ace. Front line did not see where that ball went.
So tough when that ball comes off the tape because you just don't know how it's going to spin or where it's going to land as a defender.
3 aces already for the pack, and a timeout called with a commercial break with them. 13-9 NC State in set 1 over Clemson. On the ACC Network, a look at Wolfpack head coach Lucas LeBay in his 5th season with the program. 5-1 in his career against the Clemson Tigers, and what a resume he has. Was a gold medal in 2020 and part of the Olympic volleyball team, also a Slovenian men's head coach for a couple of years.
Won a national championship as a player at BYU. I love how matter-of-fact Coach LeBay is. He does not mince words.
Look at Jackie Simpson-Keir, 4th season as the head coach for the Tigers, 8th season overall with the program, and you see the renovation as the service error resumes play, point Tigers. Just the way that this Clemson team has just bought into the renovation of Jervy, adding just more to the program and deepening the culture.
Just incredible, this facility, a complete makeover of this gym. It really enhanced recruiting.
From the middle, Sophie Groom gets NC State back on track. What can Clemson do here to get in rhythm?
First of all, they have to serve tougher because NC State right now, in system, 3-option pass. So it's going to be tough to defend that when all options are available.
Santa set, Daly swings, and there you go.
And that helps too. When you have a tempo set across to the other sideline, Asia Daly, one-on-one block, and just taking it cross court, and she has such a power arm. It is so tough to dig her ball.
Daly led the way with 12 kills for the Tigers in the loss against Wake Forest. And an ace for the Tigers.
That's exactly what needs to happen on the serving. Get NC State out of system.
4th ace on the year for Kate Hansen. 1st today for the Tigers, and that's got to be helpful considering that NC State had 3 aces before the first time out of the match. From the middle, a tip from Jada Allen, no good. Daly, the swing. Almost a collision in the back row. Rice. Got it.
That was just an extremely athletic set by Cabello. Back set, the strength that it takes as your momentum is taking your body the other direction to Amanda Rice, and that block was not able to close in time.
Just the 2nd kill for Rice in the set. Young can get that one through. Answering back is Rice, but that is out.
I like the look, though, that D-ball over to the right back position, moving Amanda Rice around to different areas. Nice big approach, and she had all sorts of daylight, just a little bit long.
Both sides hitting at a high clip. NC State at an even 400. Clemson currently at 333.
Been all about the offense so far for both of these teams.
Only 2 attacking errors on each side, too. Santa serve. Oh, what a kill from Jada Allen off the assist from Peterson.
I love Jada Allen's athleticism. She can go in front of and behind the setter. Just a back quick here. And see the giant hole between the 2 blockers? She had all kinds of daylight.
Wolfpack running a 6-2 rotation with Cabello and Peterson as the setters. Santa Young got that one through, and Clemson has kind of gone back and forth with a 5-1 and a 6-2. So they can put a 5-1 more with Catherine Sant.
Yeah, Catherine Sant has really steadied this Clemson offense, and the reason they've gone from that 6-2 back to the 5-1 is because they weren't getting good enough ball control, passing, setting up the rest of their offense.
Peterson on the outside attack down the line. Point Wolfpack, rather, as Madison Williams gets on the board. Her second kill.
NC State is just beating this Clemson block right now with speed to the pins. Look at how quick this back set is. One-on-one block for Madison Williams as Indigo Young can't close to the pin in time.
Taylor will set it up for McGrath. Found a spot in the back row.
McGrath just has such a deep toolbox of shots, spraying that ball all around. Nice deep shot into the back of zone number 1, just inside that end line.
Along with being the heartbeat, the players can look at McGrath. She's so calm and steady, can add a calming presence as another ace for the Tigers. Clemson within 1.
And that was a great serve from Devin Taylor, mixing up the depths, and she short served to the NC State side and completely threw off that Wolfpack serve receive.
Timeout, Wolfpack, as Clemson working their way back up in set 1. Well, the fall seasons are ending soon, and we'll have 4 ACC championships for you right here on ACCN and the ESPN app. Our coverage of the men's and women's cross-country races begin Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Next Sunday, the women's soccer championships are underway. Tuesday, November 5th, the field hockey quarterfinals begin. And Wednesday, the 6th, the men's soccer championships start. ACCN is the home of ACC championships. Always such an exciting time when you get in that part of the year where you start into the fall sports, get into tournament time, and then you get into national tournaments. The same thing can be said for volleyball, but there is still plenty of action to be played. We are just in the 10th match of ACC play, a part of a 20-match schedule.
Yeah, we're entering the second half of the ACC volleyball season, and this is the deepest the ACC has ever been, especially with the additions of Stanford, Cal, and SMU to the mix. This is a loaded conference.
Talk about being loaded. Clemson leads the all-time series, but NC State has really taken control of things the last couple of years, winning 8 of the last 10. And part of that can be attributed to Lucas LeBay coming in as the head coach. He has won 5 of the last 6 matchups against the Tigers in his career.
NC State's dominated the series since Coach LeBay took over. But Clemson, even though they are 0-9 in the ACC right now, this is one of the most deceiving schedules and records in the country because the Tigers have played a brutally tough schedule to open ACC play. And as Coach LeBay said, this Clemson team, it's unpredictable. They're changing things up constantly on their offense, so it's hard to really game plan for.
And the Tigers timeout. Near side push. Broussard, no, Gildon, the dig in the back. Running in McGrath, and that'll be point Wolfpack. That block sends straight down in front. That
right side block has been on point today. Madison Williams and Sophie Groom teaming up that time. Close, sealing that net, hands pressed over.
That could be challenging when you have the 5'11" Mia McGrath against 2 6'2" blockers, and Madison Williams and Sophie Groom. We're going to have our first challenge.
So just awaiting word on exactly what is being challenged. And so they're challenging a net fault. So you're looking whether any part of this net is moving. Is there contact with any part of this net by this block? Or even if McGrath on her way down.
Yeah, sometimes.
And it looks like maybe right there at the end, she might have gone in the net with her finger.
Take one more look here.
Because the net's moving a little bit even before she makes contact with the ball. I don't necessarily see anybody on NC State side touching the net.
So the call will be reversed. Net on NC State, point Clemson.
So it is a net fault on NC State point. Clemson, also good to hear from our official as a new push-to-talk function in conference play.
And important to note, too, the officials have some angles beyond what we're able to see and show you on the broadcast. So clearly she had another look that was possibly a little bit closer to show the contact of the net.
Tied at 17 in set one.
Overpass.
And the slam dunk from McGrath. Tigers take the lead.
Really, since that media timeout, Clemson has served a lot tougher. Hasn't necessarily been acing NC State, but leading to the overpass and an easy deposit here for McGrath.
McGrath picking up her fourth kill as the Tigers lead 18-17. On the outside, Williams responds to tie it up again for the Wolfpack.
I like the decision to go to the right side. Madison Williams, we've seen Amanda Rice get set a little bit there today. That right side, though, has had success, just has not gone there enough, and you see the giant hole in that block hadn't closed.
Cabello on the serve. Sant. Oh, good recovery, sent over by McGrath. Outside Rice, the dig from Gildon. Yoki connects.
Yoki's done such a nice job in this first set of continually finding the high hands of this NC State block on that left side. Watch her big approach, and she just swings high, and so trying to get out of the way is Sophie Groom, but just can't get out of the way of that ball in time.
Yoki with 3 kills in the first set on the serve for the Tigers. On the outside, Amanda Rice ties it up again. That has been the go-to. We've seen other attackers get going for the Wolfpack, but when it gets tight, you want to go to your leader.
And Rice, look at this approach. Such a fast arm. She's already on top of that ball before that block can get fully up and formed. Amanda Rice has so many different angles.
Rice, one of 4 Wolfpack players with 3 kills in the set. From the attack line, McGrath, no. Near side push and the block. Oh, great save. Hansen, no. Bump set to Bryant. McGrath pops it up. Tigers go to McGrath. Good rally here. Bryant out. Point Tigers.
That was a nice job, too, McGrath. Her swing took the setter, Cabello, out of play. So it was another NC State player, Cindy Daniels, having to make that bump set to the outside.
Wolfpack will challenge here.
Original call was ball out. NC State is challenging that there was a net fault.
So along with the push-to-talk function here, it's very unique that the fans inside Jervey can hear those calls as well, those challenges from the official.
It's great, though, because with so many new fans to the sport of volleyball, they can get a sense of the 5 different things that you can challenge and be reviewed. You know, the touch, in or out, net fault, attack line fault, or service foot fault.
I think that's very key as the game of volleyball continues to grow, and you have that fan interaction that can come along with it to understand rules that they might not know.
Well, and look here at Jervey Gym. It's packed in here. Now let's look to see, was there any contact with the net here by the Clemson blockers? That angle, it doesn't look necessarily like the net is moving. And again, it can be on the way up or more likely the way down that there's contact made. This is probably a better angle. Right there. Yep, this call is going to get reversed. As Catherine Sant just watched the elbow area make contact with the net on the way down. Nice challenge by Lucas LeVay.
Talk about this, the fans having a good time inside Jervey. I mean, the renovations that have been made have been massive entering this season. Basically, when the season ended last year, they started construction right away. The ceiling has been raised 15 feet. That's just a think how low the ceiling was beforehand.
Well, Coach Simpson here told us they've only had one ball that has hit the top of the ceiling since the season started. That was not the case last year. You called a match here last year.
Yeah,
it was a regular occurrence that when you were digging balls, it was going to make contact with the top of the ceiling.
All right. So net on Clemson, point NC State.
So the call was reversed.
The call was reversed. You got it right.
That's a nice challenge by Lucas LeVay. That changes things a lot.
And that is another challenge that ends up tying the set. The correction, it'll reverse things to put NC State in the lead. Just shows how crucial these matches are in the middle of a loaded and competitive ACC schedule. 20-19, Wolfpack in set one. Served by Daniels. Service error ties it at 20.
That's a killer. You hit the red zone, those service errors become even more magnified. So you hit the red zone in volleyball when you get to the 20-point mark. Errors so much greater.
Second service error for the Pack after having 3 aces to start. Kept in play. Bryant blocks. Tigers lead.
That all started, though, with the tough serving of Clemson, and Mia McGrath got NC State out of system. That allowed that double block to set up inside against Courtney Bryant. And Bryant set tight to the net. Not a whole lot of options of where she can go, especially with how far over those hands are pressed. Nice job here by Kate Hansen. Teaming up with Catherine Sant on that double block.
Wolfpack will use their final timeout of the set. Clemson a 21-20 lead.
And it's really important to note, 0-9 in the ACC are the Tigers, but this is not a Clemson team. You would never know it if you're going to their practices. Coach Simpson here has made sure, especially in the last 2 weeks, that they're making practice as tough as possible. And so what that means is you're sending a rover practice. You're facing 4 blockers, which of course you're not going to see in a game. You're seeing 4 defenders sometimes in the back row to be able to try and jumpstart this offense.
Along with that, I mean, Clemson has had no easy schedule, one of the toughest schedules in college volleyball. I mean, so at NC State, Clemson at 16, NC State at 24, and that's just going to help prepare you for this challenging conference in the ACC, and hopefully you have a well enough record to be recognized by the committee to be in the NCAA tournament. That was the heartbreaker for NC State last season. The Wolfpack finished 22-7, won their last 5 matches, but were one of those bubble teams that did not get picked for the tournament.
And the Wolfpack were essentially left out because they didn't have enough quadrant 1 wins. That was the difference. Even though they had upset Louisville earlier in ACC play, they just did not have enough quadrant 1 wins to justify to the committee.
Wolfpack out of timeouts. Tigers lead by 1. Served by McGrath. On the outside, Rice. Overpass, sent back, and Sophie Groom ties it at 21.
Just great recognition. Sophie Groom, the middle, being up and ready. The defense had been sucked into that 10-foot line, all kinds of daylight behind.
Daly on the outside, point Tigers.
There's a Daly, that power arm, but also she plays so high above the block. Watch this elevation. She just is going over the top of Amanda Rice's fingertips deep into zone 1.
Rice on the outside and a block. Daly along with Young.
NC State's gotten a little bit predictable the last couple of points with that ball going to the right side. Clemson block. Watch Indigo Young close this block in time to take away that cross-court look from Amanda Rice.
Near side connects Courtney Bryant. picks up her third kill.
When NC State can shoot that tempo ball to the pin, Courtney Bryant can beat the block of Clemson, also doing a great job finding the seam in that back row.
Daly tools it. Set point Tigers.
Asia Daly has really moved into that go-to role for the Clemson Tigers this year. Late in sets, put the ball in her hands. She's just teeing off against that NC State block.
We're going to have another challenge here from Lucas LeBay and the Wolfpack.
Original call was point. Clemson touched off the block on NC State. There's a challenge that Clemson netted.
So again, just like we were looking at the challenge before, Coach LeBay challenging that Asia Daly went into the net at some point at the end of her approach likely.
Majority of these challenges in set one have been looking at net violations. Take a look here.
So we're looking on the way down. Does Daly any part, maybe that fingertip on the way down, did it graze the net? This might be a better angle. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You can see
Yeah.
her finger makes contact with the net there at the top of that, the white part, the tape of the net. This is going to get reversed. Another good challenge from Coach LeBay.
Even though this is looking to get overturned, just once again, Asia Daly has
This is huge, too, because Clemson was sitting on set point. So this is going to reverse.
Yeah.
I love the aggressiveness, though, of Coach LeBay. He is not afraid to burn his challenges early in matches. We saw it even the other night against Georgia Tech.
And the first set against Georgia Tech was a close one, with the Yellow Jackets taking the first set 25-23, almost a similar outcome that we're witnessing.
And keep in mind, so when you challenge something, you get 2 challenges per match. You get a third one if you go to 5 sets. But if you lose the challenge, your challenge goes away. But because the call was reversed on the last challenge, you get to keep your challenge.
All right. Net on Clemson, point NC State.
So another successful challenge from Lucas LeBay to tie things at 23 in this first set.
Huge, absolutely huge on that challenge getting overturned.
Got a couple of Wolfpack fans spread out inside Jervey. Made the trip down to Clemson for this match. They have followed the team from Atlanta from Friday night. Tied at 23. Amanda Rice on the serve. Kept alive. Daly! No, good dig from Daniels. Bump set to Bryant. Daly the dig. Back to Daly. Sent over by Taylor. Near side, blocked. Bryant again. Set point Wolfpack.
It's a big moment for Courtney Bryant. Coach LeBay wanted her to play better in these big moments late in sets, and that was a huge swing from Bryant.
I think the main thing we're seeing as a timeout called by Clemson. Let's take one more look here at the kill by Bryant.
Out of system ball, too, but a nice job swinging hard around that block.
The biggest thing has been the response that Coach LeBay has given to his players. He spoke of fun. Clemson that Amanda Rice can get things going, but it hurts when it's all on her to get the job done. He said, we need other players to step up, and we've seen that in set one. Sophie Groom, Courtney Bryant, both with 4 kills, Madison Williams and Ava Brazard with 3, along with Rice's 3, and even Jada Allen with her 2 blocks at the kill as well.
What we're seeing is this NC State offense has been so much more balanced than we saw the other night against Georgia Tech when it was all Amanda Rice early.
I mean, look at the numbers With Rice entering the weekend at just under 3.5 kills, Brizard and Bryant have to be those go-tos, and we have seen that throughout set one, a combined 10 up to 18 kills for the Pack.
The Wolfpack, this three-headed attack between Rice, Brizard, and Bryant, just so lethal, and they're so different in how they attack you. Rice, that fast arm, she's on the right side, ton of different angles. Brizard, more of an undersized hitter, as well as Courtney Bryant.
So the momentum on NC State's side, a 3-0 run with set point. If you're Clemson, who do you go to?
You put the ball in the hands of Mia McGrath, I would, or Asia Daly. And McGrath can be an option from the back row, on that back row attack if you need.
Daly. Is that out? No.
Flip the line.
It's in. Hit
Flip
the line.
Yep.
Tied at 24. Now it's win by 2.
That's a great look, though, from Asia Daly. Used to seeing her just tee off. Goes to the off-speed look here. Just a little tip shot down the line. Deposits it. Tough serve.
Running over was Cabello. Bryant got it through. Set point Pack again. And also, all these coaches can do is watch both Clemson and NC State out of timeouts in the set. Near side Daly. No. Brizard.
Great dig.
Outside, Yoki couldn't get it over, and NC State will take set one.
For generations to come.
McKenna Gildon will serve for the Tigers. Set two set to be underway inside Jervey Gymnasium. Near side Rice, kept in play by Stokes. Brizard, a good dig from Taylor. Near side McGrath. Brizard again, blocked. And that's how Clemson gets things started. Indigo Young and Nan Maria Yoki with the combo.
Clemson just making a great read. Out of system ball. Brizard far off the net that allows that Clemson block to be able to set up in plenty of time.
Service error. That is just the first service error for the Tigers today.
Well, the serving has been on point for both of these squads.
And that was one of the keys there from head coach Jackie Simpson-Keir, along with the 13 kills a set, also trying to extend rallies and attacking from the service line. Young, open space in the middle.
Love that set from Catherine Sand. I would love to see Clemson continue to get their middles involved. That will open things up for Asia Daly and Mia McGrath on the pins. But so athletic is Indigo Young. Such height on that jump.
4 kills throughout this match, hitting at 800. Highly effective. Bump set by Rice. Too strong on the attack from Bryant. Haven't seen many attacking errors throughout the first set. And
that's a tougher look, though, because out of system ball, and it all started with the serve, tough serve of Devin Taylor. And so Courtney Bryant had to swing well off the net, out of system set.
Bryant blocked. And the out-of-system plays what really hurt NC State in the loss against Georgia Tech on Friday.
Yeah, out of system balls, you have to be able to terminate them, especially against a good team like Georgia Tech. But right here, Kate Hansen, known as a defensive middle, and she was set up and ready on that big wall at the net.
Overpass. Sent back the Wolfpack way.
This is where NC State has to take advantage on these free balls.
Brizard out, point Tigers.
Those are the balls that NC State has to do a better job of putting away. You're handed a free ball, you have to be able to capitalize on those points, especially in a match like this that is back and forth, point for point.
Just goes back to the intensity of how these ACC matches can be at the midway mark through conference play. Yoki jump serve.
Great serve.
Bryant Off the hands, point back.
I like that look from Courtney Bryant. We've been used to seen her take big swings, and just dials it back a little bit. Little soft shot off the fingertips of that block.
Bryant already eclipsing the numbers she had from Friday night. Only 5 kills against Georgia Tech. She has 7 through 2 sets here in Derby. Running in McGrath, and the rejection by Allen.
It's a great read there by Allen and Cabello. Out of system ball. The second ball really tight to the net. Mia McGrath just does not have anywhere she can go against that double block of Allen and Cabello.
Low reception. On the outside, Hanson puts the Tigers back up.
Great job. The slide play, one of the toughest to defend in volleyball, because as a defender, you have to mirror the hitter all the way to the antenna, and Courtney Bryant going against a much bigger middle and Kate Hanson.
It also didn't give enough time for Allen to make her way over for the double block.
Yeah, it didn't close in time.
And that's how Hanson was able to put that one through, tooling it. Service error. Another back and forth start to set 2, tied up at 5. Sant to Daly. In the middle, Allen. Point Tigers.
I'd love to see NC State, though, keep going back to that look-in transition with Jada Allen when they're in system. Just a rare miss from Jada Allen, but she's fast, and she's able to normally put those balls away.
Bayo on the attack, blocked. Oh, what a save by Bryant. Williams, no. Running in McGrath. Point Tigers.
That's the first time today we've seen that big set to Mia McGrath in the back row. So a big set is a back row quick. It's a quick set to the back row. Mia McGrath, you're normally only going to have maybe one blocker up against you, so it's a great option to go to.
McGrath now leading the Tigers with 5 kills in the match. Bump set by Peterson. Attack blocked. Indigo Young up front. How have you seen Clemson's defense really play a factor in set 2?
Clemson's defense is keying in on NC State being out of system, and so this block has plenty of time to get set up because the sets have been predictable to the left side of the court.
Timeout, Wolfpack, 3-0 run for the Tigers. 8-5 in set 2 on the ACC network.
True work is the
Here at Jervey Gym on the offensive end, putting away balls. 4 kills already, hitting 800, and she is such a high flyer, touches 10-5. So difficult as a blocker to be able to defend that.
Yeah, Kelly, Coach Simpson here talked about differences between Indigo Young and Kate Hanson. Young more of an offensive middle, but along with the 4 kills, she leads the way with 3 blocks.
Has done a great job closing that block on that right side.
Attack out from Broussard. Point Clemson, 4-0 run. How did the Wolfpack get back in the things?
Starts with serve receive. NC State, one of the best serve receiving teams in the ACC. They got to settle down, get a better pass on that first ball contact. Much better.
Allen got it through, and the one thing that's really been a challenge for NC State has been the attacking errors. That's just their 3rd kill in the set, but 6 attacking errors. The Wolfpack are hitting in the negatives, -286 in set 2.
And it's because NC State's been out of system a lot in this second set, so it's a predictable set normally to the outside hitter.
Daly swings and a violation. Point Tigers.
You can't have self-inflicted errors like that, too, if you're NC State.
It's all about carrying that momentum from set 1 to set 2 as Coach Lucas LeBay looks on. Service error from the Tigers, and That's a quick, lucky break to get back on the board, but now you got to find some consistency and build off of that on your own side.
Yeah, and you're okay with some service errors because when you have service errors, it usually means that you're serving aggressively, and that's what you have to do against NC State to have success.
That was the third service error from the Tigers. Yoki runs in. What a dig from Sky Stokes. Brizard, point back off the touch.
That's where Ava Brizard is at her best, when she is swinging powerfully off the fingertips of that opposing block. Just a great approach. Look at the hang time, and then going off the hands.
Fourth kill for Brizard today. Young, the tip. Dug out by Cabello. Bumps that to Rice, sent straight down. How about Indigo Young working alongside Yoki? Another block for the Tigers defense.
The difference in this second set for Clemson is the block. Both sides of the net. Indigo Young is doing work on the left and the right side. She's closing and moves so well laterally.
We could see more blocks coming up from Indigo Young. She had 6 against Georgia Tech on Friday. Brizard tools it. Point Wolfpack.
And if you're NC State, you got to go with the hot hand right now. Now, Ava Brizard's going to sub out. Cindy Daniels comes in for her in the back row. But continue, if you're the Wolfpack, to find the hot hand.
Served by Daniels. On the outside, McGrath, and how about the response from Sophie Groom? Puts the pack within 1.
Great job, Sophie Broom and Amanda Rice. Look at this extension and press, sealing the net low to turn back Mia McGrath. Another out-of-system ball.
Yoki got it off the hands.
And Yoki bailing out Clemson on that out-of-system play. Nice job of going off the fingertips of this double block. They're up and ready, but they hadn't sealed the net low. That allowed Yoki to tee off on their fingertips.
Even though the Tigers have been out of system a bit throughout this set, they still find a way to keep things going. That just goes to what Coach Keir was talking about, making the practices more intense than the conference matchups themselves.
When you're going against 4 blockers, 4 defenders at practice, you're not going to see that in a match. So it seems a lot easier out here in an actual match.
Oh, how about Amanda Rice getting that one right in between the blockers. Wolfpack back within 1.
Amanda Rice has such a fast arm and is able to find the seam of that block. Her efficiency for her right side is mind-boggling.
From the middle, Hansen connects.
I like that Catherine Sant is sprinkling the middles in, and Kate Hansen and Indigo Young a little bit to keep this NC State block honest.
Tigers keeping the lead out in front, 13-11 in set 2. Rice, no, Taylor the dig. Hansen again from the middle. Oh, what a save from Stokes. Bryant.
Ooh, look at that dig.
Near side, McGrath. Rice again connects. Point Wolfpack. I mean, the defense, we touched on it early in the broadcast, Kelly, was going to play a major factor. Libero's getting involved.
And this was an athletic set by Cabello, backsetting that all the way over to Rice. And then Rice, as a lefty, she gives you a different look from that right side because she has that ability to hit that cross-court shot.
That was the 5th kill from Rice, starting to heat up. McGrath, and Rice couldn't keep it up. Point Tigers.
Mia McGrath is just like a garbage collector. The ball can be out of system, but she makes such good decisions, such good reads on opposing blocks, and goes to the off-speed look.
McGrath now leading the Tigers with her 6th kill. She's had 17 swings throughout the match, hitting at 176. From the middle, Allen. Point Wolfpack, and NC State has just been right there every time trying to get over the hump.
3-option pass, Jada Allen just a one-on-one block, and that's a recipe for success when you're able to run your middles.
Running in, McGrath, popped up by Peterson. Punched over by the pack. McGrath pushes that one. Allen, no. Madison Williams denied. Asia Daly with the rejection.
It's a little bit of a trap set that set pretty tight to the net. So not a whole lot that Madison Williams can do from that angle. I mean, it's just like a brick wall in front of you at the net.
Even now, who's going to make defensive plays for the Tigers as Taylor gets subbed out. Brizard still alive. Point Tigers, there was a touch, so Asia Daly gets that one through her 6th kill.
Coach Simpson cared. She was right out. She was ready to pull that challenge card if they wouldn't have overruled the upjudge. It was a nice job. Out of system ball, and again, Asia Daly, she just swings so hard going off the fingertips.
Peterson, the tip by Brizard. Point Wolfpack.
Great recognition by Ava Brizard there that the defender was not going to be able to cover that tip over the top of the double block and finding the donut in the floor.
Brizard has been a great second option for the Wolfpack. She has 6 kills today. Served by Stokes. Sant goes to Daly. Stopped in the back row. Near side. No look from Brizard. Free ball. Williams blocked. Combo of Young and Daly. Brizard again. Good rally here. Running in. The block up front. Violation. Point Tigers.
And that was impressive. NC State actually had a triple block up against that back row attack, but a net violation. Otherwise, this block was up there and ready.
17-14 Tigers looking to even this match. Served by Sant. From the middle, Groom out. Point Tigers.
You got to keep going to that look, though, for NC State. In-system ball. Sophie Groom has been so terminal on that look. And again, you mentioned it earlier in the set, Danny. It's just been some of the attack errors by NC State on balls that they should be putting away.
Final timeout used by the Wolfpack. We'll have our first ACC Network men's basketball game of the season Sunday night. A charity exhibition matchup between Duke legend Bobby Hurley, who's entering his 10th year as the Arizona State head coach, and John Shire and Duke. You got to see 17-year-old Duke freshman Cooper Flagg, the #1 recruit in last year's class and an absolute phenom. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern.
My alma mater, Arizona State. Making the trip across the country.
I know you'll be tuned in for that. I mean, once again, we talked about how the fall championship's about to begin in a lot of sports. Well, it's that time of the year where college basketball gets going as well here soon.
The difference in this second set, NC State, 9 errors, 9 attack errors to Clemson's 2.
Yeah, that just goes to how the Tigers have worked well defensively, and blocking has been a big factor. We've seen Asia Daly and Indigo Young get involved. They both have 3 blocks, 3 of the 6 for the Tigers so far today.
Indigo Young has been all over the net. She moves so well laterally, so she's been able to close the block to both the left and the right pin. And Clemson, 4 blocks in the second set. That has been a huge difference.
That has been the big turnaround. Clemson also hitting at 350. The fans inside Jervy jumping around, having a good time. I mean, that just adds, when you talk about a little bit the renovations made to Jervy, that just also helps the fan experience and the student experience. I mean, look at these fans.
This is a vibe right now here at Jervy Gym.
I don't know who the DJ
I'm
is,
ready
but
for a dance party to break out.
The DJ has been on point from the start of this match to now. even in warm-ups. DJ Shea.
I mean, tip of the hat to you, DJ Shea, because you got the music going on here.
I need that hat. I wonder if he's got any extras. Play resumes. Wolfpack out of timeouts.
Oh.
What a dig from Devin Taylor. Yoki. Oh, Stokes, a save. Free ball. Young. Good recovery. Joust. It'll be a net. Point Wolfpack.
That was just a great rally between both teams. Great saves. Just a little touch of the net there. Indigo Young on the way down.
One of the keys from Coach Simpson Kier, extending rallies.
We're going to have a challenge, though.
The original call was net on Clemson, point NC State. The challenge is on the net call.
So we'll be looking if Indigo Young makes contact with the net on the way down, or potentially maybe even Sophie Groom if she hits the net, or Madison Williams.
See the elbow of Groom touch the middle of the net coming down.
Maybe right there. Tough to tell from that angle.
Really keying in on the right hand of Indigo Young coming down.
Agreed. Right there. I think her middle finger grazed the net. And here's the thing, even if your fingernail were to touch the net, that would be considered a net violation. So the official is going to be looking at the movement of the net when the net starts to move. This call, though, is likely to be confirmed. It will not be reversed.
Call is confirmed.
So there you have it. 3-point Wolfpack.
So keeps a 3-point set here in set number 2.
Also, Coach Simpson Kier loses the challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Which could be a factor. It certainly was, actually, on Friday night. Coach Simpson Kier used her challenges early, and then she didn't have any the rest of the way.
Got to be tactical in how you go about challenging plays as you get deeper in a match. Play resumes. Outside Daly. What force. Point Tigers. I mean, Coach Simpson Kier talked about how Daly has a cannon of an arm on the court.
Daly has one of those arms that it's like, it's going to leave a mark when you're trying to dig it. And she's at practice, they're lining Devin Taylor up against Daly. So she's going against one of the best defenders in the ACC.
That's one way iron sharpens iron to get prepared for these matches. Center misdirection from Cabello. That's one thing we haven't seen from the Wolfpack, and also something to throw out there when you need a point.
Love the deception from Cabello, and it wasn't even a traditional dump. She just basically set that ball over in that giant donut in the defense.
Some call it a donut, others call it a campfire.
Yeah, either one, pitch a tent.
First kill of the day for Cabello. Young! Point Tigers.
Indigo Young can jump out of the gym. Came into Clemson, only touching 10-1. She's now touching 10-5. Look at the height on this swing.
It's all about getting that ball high enough for Indigo Young to be the only one that can take it. Bump set. Attack from Bryant. Yoki pushes. Out. Point Tigers. It was a tremendous save from Stokes, but couldn't stay in.
Clemson's just playing so well together on both the offensive and defensive ends right now.
Fans are loving it. 21-16 Clemson in set 2. Near side Rice. Answering back McGrath, and the block. Tandem effort from Sophie Groom.
And I don't necessarily like the decision there from Mia McGrath, was just trying to push that ball across. You got a big wall though. Amanda Rice, big blocker at 6'1", and then Sophie Groom at 6'2". That's a big brick wall in front of you.
Rice and Groom with the combo, the 5th block for the Wolfpack. On the outside, Yoki, second effort. Point Tigers. How about Yoki staying with it on the attack in the first don't succeed to try again and connect?
Yoki does not play like a freshman. She's got that deep toolbox of shots, knows when she needs to go off speed or tip here. Just great court awareness, and some of that is being a foreign player, used to playing 6 rotations around. Yeah, well, remember, they finished national team camp the last 2 years before joining the Tigers collegiately, also a 4-time North European Championship winner. The ball control of international players is so good.
Cabello on the attack. Bryant connects. That's her 8th kill. Point Wolfpack.
We haven't called Courtney Bryant's name in a while in this second set, so would love to see NC State get her more involved. She was such a big factor closing out that first set.
Being able to help the Wolfpack out, the 12th kill in the set after we saw 9 attacking errors throughout this set. McGrath, too strong. Point Wolfpack.
McGrath was trying to find that back right corner and just a little bit long.
One thing to keep in mind, Clemson at 13 kills in this set. Part of the reason why they're leading by 3. That's what Coach Simpson-Keir wanted from her team.
Said we have got to find a way to get to at least 13 points offensively.
Overpass. Bryant again. Point Pack.
Your job as a setter is to be able to put your attackers in one-on-one blocking situations, and that is exactly what Cabello did. Courtney Bryant, watch on this left side attack, the one-on-one block, and going against Catherine Sant, the setter.
Clemson will call a timeout. That'll benefit NC State in a major way because the Wolfpack used their only 2 timeouts earlier in the set. You really saw a team effort for the Wolfpack on this 3-0 run, and it's been an all-team effort throughout the match where everyone, the distribution of attacking has been split. Courtney Bryant leading the way with 9 kills. Ava Broussard with 7. Amanda Rice, we haven't called her name much. She has 5 kills, but also 14 swings. So she's been involved. That's the 3-headed attack for the Pack today.
The offense of NC State in this match has been much more balanced than we saw the other night against Georgia Tech. And here in the last 5 points or so, NC State's done a better job of terminating balls.
With NC State hunting to get back in this set, down by 2, but a 3-0 run. If you're Clemson, how do you maintain and
keep this entire second set, putting up a big block, serving tough, and being able to be in system with all 3 attack options available?
3 attackers for the Tigers have been Asia Daly. She has 7. Mia McGrath, 7 kills. Naya Maria Yoki getting more involved. 6 kills, also hitting on a high clip, 417.
A good balance on Clemson's offense as well.
ACC PM with Mark Packer and Taylor Tannenbaum, weekdays at 4 Eastern, right here on ACCN and the ESPN app. So Clemson, 1 timeout remaining, 22-20 lead. The fans want to see this Tigers team get back into it and tie this matchup at a set apiece. Served by Rice. Ace by Rice. 4-0 run for the Wolfpack.
This is where Clemson really has to dig in. Very similar to what we saw Friday night against Wake Forest. Very close end of sets, and you have to be able to put away good teams like NC State.
Back-to-back aces, and the Wolfpack tied at 22.
Amanda Rice right now targeting Devin Taylor, the libero, forcing her to pass, and it's back-to-back aces.
I mean, when it comes to aces, NC State with 5. in this match, and it can really come from anybody from the service line. The top three attackers, or servers I should say, has been Courtney Bryant, Amanda Rice, who we just saw, and Naomi Cabello. All three entered this match with 15 aces each of their name.
NC State, one of the best serving teams in the ACC. They put a lot of emphasis on it at practice. They want opposing teams to they want to serve them out of system about 50% of the time.
So you talked about, for NC State, and working from the service line, and Lucas LeVay, head coach, talked about the adjustments that the team has had to make through the season. Serving has always been the top notch, but also trying to kill the ball at a higher rate compared to last year. That's one thing he felt the team hasn't really done well throughout the season.
And specifically against Georgia Tech, his NC State squad didn't do a good job when they were in system a bunch of terminating those in-system balls. But right now, what's gotten NC State back in this match has been the service line. Amanda Rice is serving bullets right now at Devin Taylor. And NC State changes up their approach. Sometimes they'll target certain players. In this case, they're targeting Devin Taylor. You see Amanda Rice's number. Sometimes they'll serve the seam. Sometimes they'll change up depths of their serve. So they mix it up and keep you guessing as an opposing serve receiver.
The focus from Coach LeVay was to push from the service line and win. 5-0 run, both teams out of timeouts, tied at 22, and a service error puts the Tigers back up.
And a good timeout from Jackie Simpson-Keir, served to ice Amanda Rice when she was in rhythm.
I've always heard about icing the kicker, but never icing the server.
It's a thing in volleyball, Danny.
Service error from Clemson, ties it again at 23.
Look, we have Martina Leoniak into this match for the first time. Puts up a big block for NC State.
Daly connects. Set point Tigers.
I like the decision again, just like we saw in set number one. You put the ball in the hands of one of your best attackers in Asia Daly. Critical juncture of this set.
Hansen back to serve. Tigers want to level this match. Outside, Brizard ties it at 24.
Perfect pass, dug right to target, quick set to the pin, and Ava Brizard taking it down the line. That block had not closed all the way to the antenna.
Just like set one, set two will be win by 2. Off the tape and an ace. Set point Wolfpack.
That tape serve, so tough to understand how it's going to roll off.
Back row attack. Cabello ends it. And the Wolfpack takes set two just like set one, 26-24.
The sneakiness of the setter, Naomi Cabello.
Set two. Set three begins inside Jervy. A service error puts Clemson on the board. If you're head coach Jackie Simpson-Keir, knowing how tough this team has fought, how do you keep this team into it in the third set?
You have to take a page from what you were doing early in that second set, getting NC State out of system and making them, putting them into a lot of attackers. We saw 9 early attackers in that second set. And having a big block like Clemson did in set number 2, 4 blocks in that set.
Kate Hansen getting the block, and Coach Simpson-Keir talked about the 3 things that her team focuses on.
Yeah, blocking a huge factor right now in this second and third set.
Devin Taylor the serve. Broussard, the tip, gets that through point. Wolfpack, they're on the board. And going back to the 3 pillars that Coach Simpson here talks about, she talks about gratitude, grit, and grace.
Ava Broussard doing a great job here. We've seen her go to that tip look a couple of times, and the cover man can't get there in time.
Santa set for Hansen, popped up by Stokes. Near side Broussard blocked, kept in play by Groom. Broussard again, tailored the dig. Near side, Yoki denied. How about Groom and Broussard on the block?
How about Ava Broussard just diving her way to the pin, closing this block, putting up a big, well, she's only 6'1", but she put up a much bigger block than she shows height-wise.
That is a 6 block for NC State today. Running in, Kennedy Wagner getting involved, and there was no touch as the attack was out. Point Wolfpack. You're starting to see Clemson go deeper in their bench to provide a spark.
Kennedy Wagner was the top returning scorer for Clemson coming into this season, but she's moved into the 3rd on the totem pole on that outside spot because she's been high error. But Clemson trying to find a lift and a different look on that left side offense.
Hansen with the kill.
Great job here, Sam, running your middle. Kate Hansen, 1-on-1 block. And again, by running your middles, you're opening things up, Clemson is, for their outside pins.
Bayo to Rice, denied. No luck from Groom. Wagner, point Tigers. Kennedy Wagner with 2 kills. Rather, that is Wagner's first on the afternoon.
I like the move, though, to go to Wagner, giving a different look. Great job tooling off the hands of this NC State block. Something that NC State has not seen yet today.
Jump serve, Yoki. Just gets over. Rice. Oh, what a save by Clemson. Broussard, no. Bump set to Wagner. Good dig in the back by the Wolfpack. Broussard again. Hansen from the middle, out. But a touch. Point Tigers.
What defense being played by Clemson. And this is going to get probably challenged by Coach LeBay. Look at this, though. From her knees. Yoki getting that ball over. And then in transition, Kate Hansen, Clemson able to run their middles.
So looking back at that replay, we saw the hand of Sophie Groom get pushed back, but Coach LeBay says that there wasn't a touch.
With as close as
Original call was point Clemson, touch NC State. We're challenging the touch.
With as close as these first 2 sets have been, this point, this challenge could be the difference at the end of this set.
We've only seen one challenge get overturned or then not go a coach's way, and that was from Clemson in set 2.
So it's hard to tell from that angle, but you're basically, if we have maybe an end zone angle potentially, this is probably a better angle. Even if a fingertip was to raise backwards, bend backwards, you're looking if the trajectory of the ball potentially changes. Hard to tell from that look. But again, sometimes the officials have angles beyond what we're able to show you on the broadcast. This might be the best angle we have. I don't see a touch there. You would be looking at Sophie Groom's right hand, and I don't see any part of her finger bend back. And what you can see, the official even can zoom in on plays, slow it down frame by frame.
Well, I'll tell you what, throughout these challenges, DJ Shea, man, has been a master with these mix and mashups. I believe I heard a mix of City Girls and the Backstreet Boys. Take another look here at this this review.
And it just, to me, looks like the ball goes around her arm and her hand. The only other thing that's a possibility is on the way out, did Cabello raise that ball?
Call will be reversed. The ball is out. No touch.
Okay. So
no
yeah,
touch.
no touch.
And Lucas LeMay will lose a challenge for NC State. So both the Wolfpack and the Tigers.
He'll get the challenge
No,
back.
he will get the challenge back.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
He'll retain it.
So rather, NC State will keep both of their challenges. And that will level this match at 4 apiece in set 3.
So Coach LeBay has had some crucial challenges that he's been able to win.
Daniels back to serve. Hansen from the middle. Oh, good recovery from Taylor off the attack from Groom. Rice. What a dig from Gildon. Wagner too strong. Point Wolfpack. They take the lead 5-4.
And right now, Clemson's just erring too much on their attacks. You're down 2-0 to NC State. You have to be able to put away balls.
Must-win set for the Tigers after losing 2 crucial sets, 26-24. And as Coach Simpson here looks on, just wanting to find ways, deepening the bench, going to Kennedy Wagner, getting some attacks in. Sent over by Sant. Push. No good for the Wolfpack. Hansen got it. And then really seeing Clemson just continue to work out of system here throughout the match.
Clemson doing a nice job here, running their middles in transition, in system ball. And when you run your middles, it allows your offense to be much more multifaceted. You can't key in on the pin attackers.
Service error from Wagner. Wolfpack back up. Wagner will be rotated out. Mia McGrath will come in.
Mia McGrath, one of the best serve receivers on this team. She's passing a 2-4, which is an extremely high number, especially for an outside hitter.
Out. Back-to-back service errors. Both teams having some trouble finding some momentum on the attacking side, either hitting in the negatives or at 0-0. Cabello to Rice, blocks. Daly. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. Asia Daly, look at this. Watch this extension over the net. The complete wall in denial of Amanda Rice.
Those were the 2 players that we talked about in the open. Amanda Rice and Asia Daly battling on the outsides. Bryant can't get that one to go. Daly blocked, still in play. Daly tries again. Oh, what a dig in the back by Daniels. Bryant, no. Running in McGrath, too strong. Point Tigers, point Wolfpack rather.
I don't mind that look though to Mia McGrath, the back row attack. No blocker up against her. She's had a little bit of success with that look earlier in this match.
Back and forth affair to start again, tied up at 7. From the middle, Young blocked. And that time, the Wolfpack defense was ready on the attack from Young.
Just a great read from this NC State block. Double block up against Indigo Young on the quick. And we have not seen that at all today.
Jada Allen and Courtney Bryant getting involved in the middle. McGrath, no. Joust, won by NC State. And now the Wolfpack start to create some separation.
Great job there by Sky Stokes. Running in to take that ball. NC State that veteran team, again, left out of the tournament last year, motto this year, why not us, trying to take the next step. And it starts with winning matches on the road against teams lower than you in the standings. You got to take care of business.
NC State on a 3-0 run. You talk about how NC State had that tremendous run last year to end the season. Head coach Lucas LeBay said, we have to stay true to our style of play. And they are doing that at an ace for the Pack.
Just like we saw, end of second set, Amanda Rice targeting the libero, Devin Taylor. Had back-to-back aces against Taylor to close the second set.
3 aces overall for the senior Rice. Joust. Sent back the Tigers' way. Indigo Young with an easy kill.
You saw, though, on that serve receive, Mia McGrath stepping in, taking that ball from Taylor. And a little discussion with Coach LeBay and the officials.
Challenge going to be brought out. We saw Coach LeBay successful on that prior challenge early in the set.
So it looks like they're going to challenge a net fall.
Original call was point Clemson. NC State is challenging that there was a net at the end of the play.
Coach LeBay, I think, has a strong case. Indigo Young, again, just flipped it with her hand on the way down.
Coach LeBay has such a keen eye to those kind of plays to pull out the challenge card.
Well, you know what? I actually, from that angle, I actually think it was the ball that clipped the top of the net, forcing it to move. I don't necessarily see a touch from that angle.
Yeah, from that different vantage point.
Let's see right here on the way down, top of your screen. To me, this is going to stand because it looks like to me that ball is actually what clips the top of the tape, making the net vibrate.
Calls confirmed. No net.
So Coach LeBay will lose the challenge.
Yeah. So that time he loses one, and both coaches down to 1 challenge each.
I would love to know Coach LeBay's record, though, on challenges this season, because for the most part, he's been spot on.
Yeah.
It's not a stat that you track necessarily in volleyball, but
I think they should.
Agreed.
Having the coach challenge percentage. From the middle, Allen keeps things going for the Wolfpack. 11-8 lead.
Great decision there to run your middle, Jada Allen up, block late to get up, and easy point for NC State.
Sant to Daly to tip. Good recovery from the Pack regardless of the collision. Young, no. Attacked by Brazard, no good. Yoki swings, good block up front from Allen. Yoki again off the block. And they'll say it's a net. Point Tigers.
This is where NC State has to be careful. You can't have the self-inflicted errors to let Clemson narrow this gap.
Gildon back to serve. Service there. That's the one thing, though. You're going to have this momentum. You can't have it be stalled off of service there. That just really changes the direction and outcome of a match. In
Absolutely.
a set.
Absolutely. Especially third set like this, you're down 2-0.
An ace for the Wolfpack, number 8, and that's right, just on cue. That momentum shift, you're feeling the energy shift really from the end of set 2, those back-to-back aces, and now it's continuing in set 3. Timeout by Clemson, 13-9 NC State in set 3 on the ACC network.
What's up, y'all? I'm Jalen Milroe. Whether I'm training or recovering from a tough workout.
Sam doing a nice job mixing up the offense, keeping it nice and balanced. 26 assists today, has taken over as Clemson has moved to this 5-1 offense, but putting up a big fight for this Tiger squad.
CSAN's numbers throughout the match and throughout the season as play resumes. Indigo Young attack no good. Brizard kept in play by the Tigers. Yoki blocked. How about the defense for NC State? That is their 8th block this afternoon.
NC State's really turned up that block in this third set, doing it at both pins and doing a nice job against Yoki, just putting up a big wall at the net, shooting those hands over.
Outside Wagner. What force, but what recovery from the Wolfpack. Wagner again. No. Free ball. Near side Yoki. Taylor the dig. Wagner a third time a charm. Point Tigers.
Wagner, really nice job going off the outside hand of Madison Williams, coming in with a big swing and then just tooling off that right hand.
Wagner continuing to add that extra effort on the outside. That's her 2nd kill today. Clemson down by 4 in set 3. From the middle, Groom. Good dig from Sant. Yoki found the spot.
Yoki doing a nice job. Cross-court look, mixing up her shots. We've seen her go off-speed quite a bit today, but showing off that deep toolbox of shots.
A lot of different players stepping up attacking-wise for the Tigers. Yoki with her 8th kill, tying Asia Daly. The service error. You saw some of the Clemson players signal a touch, but there won't be one. 7 service errors for the Tigers this afternoon.
It's certainly a thing, only 2 service aces.
And those aces were definitely momentum-moving aces for the Tigers early on in the match, but still having some trouble from the service line. Wagner. Point Tigers. I mean, Kennedy Wagner's, the strength of her attacks, that time, the Wolfpack just didn't see where it went.
NC State, the block was there. They just hadn't quite sealed the net, so that allowed Kennedy Wagner to sneak that shot through.
Near side Brizard, popped up by Taylor. Wagner the bump set, free ball. Brizard again. Yoki's there. Wagner wasn't ready. Free ball for the Wolfpack. Brizard got it.
Ava Brizard has taken her game to the next level in this third set. She's been impactful as a blocker, and then she's been able to terminate balls in transition.
That kill puts Brizard at 10 for the afternoon, and that is Brizard's 9th match with 10 kills or more. You gotta remember, Brizard has had a tremendous career at NC State, member of the all-freshman team, last season all-ACC 2nd team. Wagner swings, point Tigers.
Great vision by Kennedy Wagner. When you're able to tool off the fingertips of a block, it opens up so much more court for you. Adds about another 10 to 15 feet. And as a defender, you're not sure how that ball is going to come off the fingertips.
Tigers within 3, 16-13. NC State wants a sweep. As both teams lost their opening weekend matches on Friday. Clemson lost in 4 to Wake Forest. Service error from the Tigers. NC State was swept by Georgia Tech on Friday.
NC State looking for a big response today, especially on the offensive end, being able to terminate in-system balls better. And so far, the Wolfpack have delivered.
All about making that big turnaround. Near side, Hanson. Allen, rather, Rice on the attack. Bryant out. But a touch, point Wolfpack.
I like the decision, though, by Naomi Cabello. She's making this Clemson block play so much laterally. They were on the left side the previous swing and now had to get all the way over to the right side.
Good recovery from the Tigers there. Bryant, no overpass. Daly, no good. Rice didn't get a clear look on that one. Daly still in play. Good rally going. Bryant from the attack line. Sands, misdirection, can't get it. Outside, Rice blocked. Daly firing up her team.
Asia Daly, one-on-one block against Amanda Rice. One of the most efficient right sides in the country, and watch the way she just gets the perfect angle on this ball, setting up a little bit inside on Amanda Rice.
When these rallies start to get a little bit long, that's where Clemson can dial in and finish those points and get them. Saw that from Daly, her 5th block today, but it just goes to say again, Kelly, service errors, you can't have them if you're trying to go on a run.
Service errors have definitely been an issue in this 3rd set in particular. At least 3 of the 9 have come in this 3rd set.
Young, is there a touch? No, too strong on the attack, point Wolfpack. Now this set starting to run away as Clemson will use their final timeout in the set. 20-14, NC State in set 3. The fall seasons are ending soon, and we'll have 4 ACC championships for you right here on ACCN and the ESPN app. Our coverage of the men's and women's cross-country races begins Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Next Sunday, the women's soccer championship gets underway. Tuesday, November 5th, the field hockey quarterfinals begin, and Wednesday, the 6th, the men's soccer championship starts. ACCN is the home of ACC championships. So really, this is the last-ditch effort for Clemson as Coach Simpson Kier using her final timeout in the set. What is the message here, Kelly?
It's just go win 1 point. Go win me 1 point, take it point for point. Let's be good on serve receive, serve tough, and have 3 options available.
Well, right at the edge of the Tigers tunnel is an equation that is event plus response equals outcome. And that is where Clemson needs to dial in this event. How they respond in this set will show the outcome. And we've seen that through the first 2 sets. Even though it hasn't gone their way, 26-24, willing their way into extras.
Right, it's grabbing momentum here late in this 3rd set, taking that next step as a program to show the grit and resolve the grit, one of their tenets. Something NC State has done well, being able to close out sets 1 and sets 2. As NC State is trying to take that next step to be the elite level program in the ACC with the likes of a Pitt and a Louisville.
It's also just a way to focus to get ready for the second half of ACC play coming up this upcoming weekend. As play resumes, Yoki didn't get enough of that one.
You just can't have those errors at this point of this 3rd set when you're down 6 points trying to work your way back against a veteran team like NC State.
Young, no good. Bryant the attack. Daly swings off the pin, point Tigers, and just going back off of Clemson, trying to get back in rhythm. The second half of ACC play is no laughing matter. I mean, they go on for 4 straight road matches. UNC, who we talked about being the surprise this year, that's coming up on Friday. Then it's at Duke, Stanford, and Cal for a West Coast road trip before coming home against Boston College.
Brutal stretch for Clemson.
From the middle, Allen. Point Wolfpack.
That was a thing of beauty. Love that decision. Get Jada Allen involved so quick, can get so high. Easy one-on-one block for the junior.
5 kills for Allen, along with 3 blocks and an ace. Number 9 for the Wolfpack, and this is the momentum that NC State wants. They return home this upcoming weekend. They start out the second half of conference play against Syracuse and Boston College, and at Miami and Florida State, back home against Wake Forest.
It's a misfire there by Courtney Bryant, but NC State, right now, they're tied for 9th in the ACC. You got to go and steal some in that upcoming schedule. NC State, if they want to be in the elite programs of the ACC, you got to be able to pull some upsets, especially, didn't have enough quad 1 wins last year. That's a factor for the selection committee.
Ace for the Tigers, and you talk about stealing a match. That's what NC State did against UNC. That's the Tar Heels' only loss in conference play.
NC State trying, again, to jump into that upper echelon of ACC play.
Broussard on the attack. Wagner swings, point Tigers. NC State, we call a timeout here. Use their first. And really, this could be a moment for head coach Lucas LeBay to just keep his team focused on the moment. You don't want to let a late run slip things away and then extend this match when you want to just go home with a sweep.
NC State, it's all about the mindset. They're trying to keep the gas pedal down into this third set. And I see a lot of similarities between this NC State program and a program like a TCU in the Big 12, who 3 years ago, a losing record, Jason Williams comes in and he turns that program around, makes them a big contender in the Big 12, in that upper tier of teams. NC State trying to pull the same type of page.
You talk about turning things around. We're going to have our first ACC Network men's basketball game going from the Terraflex to the hardwood. It'll be a charity exhibition matchup. Duke legend Bobby Hurley entering year 10 as Arizona State head coach against John Shire in Duke. And you got to watch out for 17-year-old Duke freshman Cooper Flagg, the #1 recruit in last year's class, an absolute phenom. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern. You got to love the exhibition matchups being broadcast a little bit more. We saw Arkansas and Kansas a few days ago in that exhibition.
Well, especially the history here between Bobby Hurley at ASU, having played at Duke, the connections he has with John Shire and Coach K, the now retired Coach K.
Always that exciting part of the year when you get ready for hoop season. Out of the NC State timeout. Near side, Broussard, the tip. Oh, what a save. And sent over. Free ball. Young. Point Tigers. Clemson on a 4-0 run. Down but not out.
The resolve of Clemson coming out here late in set number 3. Got to continue to keep up the scrappiness like that.
It's all about just finding that momentum, and Coach Simpson here talks about gratitude, engaging the moment with grit. Got to be gritty on defense, and that's what we saw right there.
Also helps when you have McKenna Gildon at the service line.
Near side, Broussard kept up by Young. Free ball. From the middle, Allen, match point Wolfpack.
Love that back quick that they run to Jada Allen. This is a great decision. Run your middles in transition, big hole, and Indigo Young cannot get there in time.
Wagner blocked, but still the will from the Tigers. Attack line, no. Wagner again. Point Tigers.
Henry Wagner has come in, given this Clemson offense a nice lift from the left side. NC State does such a good job of making it tough on left side hitters, but a nice job. Kennedy Wagner swinging low into that block.
Kennedy Wagner has been a bright spot. 6 kills in this set alone. Still match point NC State. Served by Taylor. Brizard ends it. A forceful kill. Give the Wolfpack a sweep over the Tigers. But hang on. Head coach Jackie Simpson-Keir having a word with a referee, Betsy Smith. And can't use a challenge after that conversation. NC State will indeed get the sweep, taking set 3, 25-20.
Ava Brizard really bouncing back from that